What's going on, guys? Hey, it's Anthony with the Wrenched Out Garage. Thank you guys for tuning in, and today in the garage we're going to be doing an install on the Camaro, and what we're going to be talking about is the ACS front and rear rock guards, and we're going to be installing the Gloss Black version. Now, ACS makes this in textured and unpainted, so if you guys want it painted to match, you can do that as well. These guys start off at about $129. Now, we did reach out to ACS, and this is a sponsor video, just getting that out up front. So I am going to give my unbiased opinion. I'm not going to lean one way or the other until we do the install. I'll show you guys the parts and do all of that. But first, I was actually looking at buying these from GM, and then I looked at the ACS website, and these guys, the way that they constructed them, and I'll show you here in a few minutes, they have exceeded what GM or Chevy was going to do with the front rock chip guards by extending them all the way in. It's a bigger unit. It looks great on the car. I already did a test fit just to make sure that it fits on the front with my C7 Carbon ZL1 side skirts, and it does. So this does work on vehicles that don't have the ACS side skirts, just so you guys know if you're looking at doing that and that hangs you up. Now, a big thing with this, as I'm sure most of you have already experienced, with your Camaro, the tires stick out, tires and wheels stick out beyond the lower portion of your car, and that's even stock from the factory. I run the stock setup on mine, and I get often the splatter marks running on the rear and on the front of the car right after I cleaned it. Now, I'm sure you do too. In addition to that, there's really no protection from not only dirt and mud, but from rocks hitting the side of your car. ACS executed that with one heck of a product, and we're going to dive into that right now. So again, this is the front and rear, and it comes in a gloss black. It comes in this little nice little case. These guys have a beautiful design right on the outside, so very smart marketing ploy. Has a nice little handle, comes in a little box just like this. Now, these guys do ship all over. So again, I'll put the link to this product and their website down below. I highly suggest getting a hold of these guys. These guys not only have this part, but they have a lot of other great parts as well. And this works well for us because we want to protect our Camaro the best we can. So now let's pop this guy open and take a look at it. So first thing, right out of the gate, we open this up and it comes with this. So let's take a look at what's in here. So first, we have two sets of instructions. Looks like this. So we've got the rear and the front install. So let's take a quick look at that. It's pretty simple. A couple of tools you will need for this is the front is riveted in, and I'll show you guys obviously that here momentarily. So you are going to need a rivet gun. You will need a drill. And then, of course, you're going to need to drill a 3/16 hole in the front. It does suggest taking the wheels off. We're going to try to do this without taking the wheels off. We'll see how successful we are once we get moving here. So it does come with front and rear instructions. We'll be looking at those guys as we do this, but it is nice. They have very nice diagrams and walk you right through how to do this, and it also includes some information on their social media sites. It also comes with, let's take a look at what else is in here. Very cool. So we got a couple of the ACS Composite decals, which is super cool. We've got the rivets that are required. And it is riveted only on the front. And then we have these cool cards. So thank you for sharing our passion and providing excellent products, ACS team. So super cool. In a nice little case, the courtesy card. So very nice. All right, so let's dive into this though. Let me put this stuff off to the side here, out of the way, and then let's go into it. So the first thing we have up top here is very nice. These are separated in the bag, and it comes in this like feltish bag. Let's take a look at these. These are the rear. I did open this to do test fitment. So this is the rear. This is what the gloss black looks like right here. Obviously fits into the contour of the side of the car. Now the inside is unfinished, but the exterior has a beautiful, beautiful finish. And as you can see, that's the protection that you're going to gain from this. So let's put that off to the side here. Take them both out. So that is going to be the rear. Again, very nice finish on these guys. All right, so let's dig a little bit deeper into this. Here we go. So this is going to be the front. Now the GM front rock guards actually resemble these more so than what we're going to look at here in the front. And in fact, it's actually cut back a little bit closer. So if you're looking at the GM ones, I'm not saying that they're bad, but ACS, I think, did a better job at creating a better product all the way around to where it's not as limited as what GM had decided to do, which is very helpful because obviously your tire is going to stick out quite a bit if you are driving and making turns, which we all make turns. So that's going to spray rocks, mud, debris, so forth and so on. Now here is the one of the fronts. So there it is. Again, the exterior, the exposed portion of this is painted, finished very nicely. You have some 3M taping running, which is going to go right to the edge of that lip, and then there are your rivet holes right here. So you can see those 3, 1, 2, and 3. And then this fits up to your body line. That is what the back looks like. All right, so let's keep going here. And here's the last one. So again, I think these guys did a really good job as far as packaging goes. I mean, you're paying a premium for this. This setup retails for $398. It is the fully painted version, which obviously if you're running black on your car at all, I would highly suggest. This is the Gloss Black, and what's cool about that is ACS, and if you have an assortment of even other products from other vendors, the Gloss Black is kind of the universal painted part now. Or you can get the unpainted and then obviously get it done yourself. Or they also offer the textured version as well, which is just your standard textured ABS plastic, which is a great option in addition to these options. So here again is the other side. Beautiful. I mean, you can see the shine on there. Beautiful finish. So what we're going to do is I'm going to grab these tools. We're going to go set up at the car and we're going to get these guys installed. So let's go do that. All right, guys, so here we are. We're at the back of the car. Now, if you remember when we did the install on these, the LED lights here, we're ultimately going to be removing those same 3 screws. Now, obviously, I wiped this with alcohol already, but you will need to wipe this with alcohol. And ultimately what the goal is, it's going to fit this channel right here that these guys put in. Fits perfectly right into the contour, and then it's going to sit up there like that. Now it does recommend removing the wheels. Now I will say that it's probably faster if you remove the wheels on this. However, we are going to cheat it a little bit. This is a, what do I got here? A T10. I use one of these little hand drivers. I do have this, and then I do have this tiny little wrench, which is a 1/4 inch wrench. Now the reason I have this is because I can pop these out pretty quick without taking the wheel off. So let's go ahead and check this out. All right, so we got all 3 of these out. There they are. There's 3 of them. They run the whole line. And now we're going to slide this in. This thing fits just about perfect. And I know it's kind of difficult to see, but you can see with it off and then see how much it covers. Now, obviously, this isn't a huge, this is by no means a huge mud flap or rock chip guard or whatever you want to call it. But it will definitely help with keeping rocks and even mud and debris from splattering up on the side of your Camaro. Now I'm going to just screw these back in, and then we'll go ahead and start on the front. Alright guys, so here we are, we're at the front of the vehicle. Obviously I have the tire turned all the way in. Again, I know I mentioned it numerous times, this is a stock setup, so I got room to play around. But ultimately what we're going to do is, here is the mud flap right there. There is a little edge right there that fits the body line and goes all the way up and around. So I'm going to remove the 3M tape right off the side, find the body line, and right where it turns in, if you kind of follow, that line up, then it matches it beautifully all the way up. And so, I know it's difficult to see here. Let me move the camera down a little bit. So the thing I was talking about earlier is, if you look at this, see how this goes all the way in and then actually kind of pulls out down here, or stays flared out like that? That is the difference between ACS Composites and the GM one. Now it's obviously a really nice setup, because then you're getting the protection all the way in, it swoops all the way in, it looks really good. So we've got the 3 holes right there, and what you're going to need, let's see what size I got, I can't remember. So you got your 3/16 drill. Now again, obviously it'd probably be easier to do this with your wheels off. In this case, not really, if you have a smaller drill. So we'll just drill these. Obviously, whenever you're drilling, always go straight on. And you're just punching through the liner here. And, oops. There we go. Okay, so we punched through the liner. Everything's lined up on the outside. Let's put these pop rivets in. And there it is. So that is it. We are done this install now. This is a pretty basic and simple install, to tell you the truth. All in all, you know, if I wasn't recording and wasn't doing this video, it probably would have taken me, I don't know, 20 minutes to do the whole thing, front and rear. Get in the car, move the wheels one way, move the wheels the other way, clean everything up, and then off to the races we go. So this is the ACS Composite front and rear gloss black rock guards. Again, these are available in an assortment of styles as far as finishes go. I'll put the links to all of this stuff and ACS Composites website down below. Make sure and check those guys out. You're going to want to look into this if you own a Camaro, simply because this is more insurance and protection for your car. So let's take a look at these on how they look on the car here in the garage, and then we'll wrap this video up. Alright guys, so we're going to go ahead and finish cleaning up the mess that we made from doing the install. Again, this install was super simple. ACS's fit and finish on these rock chip guards are great. The front and rear, everything lined up good. The gloss paint on it looked fantastic. Again, the links to these products in ACS's website is down below. We appreciate you guys checking out the video. Again, if you guys haven't subscribed yet, make sure and hit the subscribe button located down below. Here at the Wrenched Out Garage, we're doing installs, we're talking about automotive news, and of course we do Garage Talk, which is our weekly talk where we're going into garage stuff, the V-Rod, the Camaro, and much, much more. We've got a lot of great things planned, so make sure and hit subscribe so you don't miss a thing. Again, check us out on Instagram and Facebook, and until next time guys, if you're out driving or riding, make sure to do it safely, and we'll see you guys in the next video.